Welcome back, everyone. So I wonder if you've heard anything in the news here in Korea about this story already. But before we get into the main story, the article begins with a more personal story from the author from his university days, or his or her, I don't know, their university days. And they remembered a time when their Chinese-American friend, the two of them were walking around campus, and a young Vietnamese girl approached them, a stranger, someone they'd never met before. And the young girl asked the Chinese-American girl to borrow her ID. And the story she gave was she wanted to go on a date with a guy she'd met, but his location for the date was at a nightclub, and she was under 21. So she wanted to borrow the ID so she could go on this date at a nightclub.
Oh, gosh.
So they said no. They said a polite,
Of course.
sorry, young lady, but no. And the lady pootled off somewhere, presumably to ask somebody else of Asian American ethnicity. I'm not sure if I was in that situation I would believe the story. The article writer sounded much more trusting than I would be. But anyway, so that was a memory from America. But apparently something similar has been going on online here in Korea. We're talking about young Koreans going online in search of other Koreans who are over the age where you can buy alcohol, I guess, so over 20?
Yeah, Korean age,
19?
20.
20 in Korean age, who look similar to them and asking to borrow their ID so they can purchase some alcohol. I can't imagine how successful this would be online. I don't know if I would ever lend my ID to anyone, even if I knew them well. Sounds incredibly risky. How do you know that this is not some kind of scam or fraud? They're just going to use your ID to take out loans and... Anyway, apparently this is a thing which people have been discussing online. Counter to this, because I was so amazed by this story, I was Googling, trying to find some information about it online. Couldn't find anything, but I did find out another minor news story was 2 months ago. The Korean government announced they were removing the penalty for stores that sell alcohol or cigarettes to minors who are using a fake ID.
Ah, good, smart.
Because they reckon it's too harsh, really, to punish these store owners because they're not professionals. You know, it is very hard to tell a fake ID from a real ID, or if it is a real ID, but it's just somebody else's. You know, the difference in the photo might be very minor. They look similar. So anyway, Anyway, yes, that sounded more plausible to me. So yes, good news for shop owners. They can relax just a little bit, but they still have to be careful. Don't sell alcohol to minors. Anyway, so the article was a little bit here and there, but on the same theme of fake IDs. So let's get into some questions with John. So, what have you heard about this in America? For what purposes do people often use fake IDs in your country?
I think it's exactly the same reason. The typical reason for fake IDs is alcohol. Just like in the article, it's 21 to drink alcohol legally, or to purchase alcohol legally, and drink it, I suppose, but I don't know if they can punish you for drinking it, only purchasing it. But anyways, yeah, it's because it's so high, it's one of the highest in the world, I think. People definitely use fake IDs to purchase alcohol. Yeah, absolutely.
Do they use it for anything else?
You know, not that I could find really. Obviously, fake IDs can be used for purchasing weapons sometimes when you're not supposed to. Well, it's a conspiracy that fake IDs have been used for voting, although there doesn't seem to be much evidence to that, at least widespread evidence of that. So there are like few other maybe possibilities, but by and large, vast majority is alcohol.
The kids just want to drink.
Yeah, exactly.
So, considering the drinking age in America, you've already mentioned it's 21, do you think it should be higher, lower, or it's just right?
It is definitely needing to be a lot lower. And I wouldn't even mind going down to 16 for this type of stuff. And I would definitely want to explain myself on that, but I won't. We don't have enough time.
Okay.
Just know that I do have reasons that are not crazy. However, I do think it's very weird that as a technical minor for drinking in the US, you are an adult able to purchase weapons, guns, die for your country, do all these other things, smoke in some places that are legal, purchase pornography or that type of like sexual stuff, but you can't drink? Like, what? Guns should be way higher than, in some parts of the country, 18 or lower, way higher than that. But they're not. At 18, you can go, for long guns, rifles, you can go and purchase them. I'm unapologetically saying it's insane.
I can get where you're coming from there. Yeah, the mismatch doesn't seem to fit together particularly logically.
No. Yeah, so definitely should be lower, or everything else should be way higher. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But they need to be proportionate to each other.
You can't do anything until you're 40. Let's do that.
Well, yeah, because we're close there, right? So we can say that and be like, oh, it's okay, we can do it at 40.
Yeah, because I'm already 40, so yeah. You can't drink anymore, but I still can.
I'll have a fake ID, don't worry.
I
heard it's easy in Korea.
Let's just go online. Anyway, so before you run out and purchase your fake ID, please take a look at the genuine vocabulary that we have presented to you. Very useful, very realistic, and come back and see us in the next one. Bye-bye.
Part with.
Part with.
Resemblance.
Resemblance.
Apologetically.
Apologetically.
Rampant.
Rampant.
Victimless crime.
Victimless crime.